So a very good morning, good afternoon, as well as good evening to whomever, or at whatever time frame you are watching. So this is from Team Mission Iceland with Integrity. So in this video analysis, we'll be discussing certain topics, certain analysis on public asset sale. So basically, whenever it comes for public asset sale, the first and foremost thing which usually sticks in our mind that it is Air India, which is even been transferred from public to private, or you can say that by the union government to Tata Sons in the year 2021 in the month of October 8. So those all things comes into our mind when we discuss about crucial points, crucial things, right? So public asset, why it is been becoming a liabilities being left to citizens, so why it is even been dangerous, so those all things comes into our mind. So selling of public goods, is it dangerous? Is it dangerous to sell the things which are even been coming from public? Is it really dangerous that the government is even been running with the taxpayers? Is it even been dangerous when someone is concerned about how they usually live? So it all comes in our mind when we discuss about public assets and its sale, right? So public asset and its sales. So uh these things will be discussing in details. So as we all know that on October 8, 2021, the Union government announced the Tata Sons was the winner of bid of Air Indian consideration for 18,000 crores. ओके, सो 18,000 क्रोस दे हैव बॉयड। ओके, ठीक है। तो फिर इसमें यूजुअली क्या दर्शाया गया है कि पब्लिक एसेट जो है वो कि सेल करने पर कौन सा यूजुअली इम्पैक्ट आएगा गवर्नमेंट को, या फिर पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट जो कि है, या फिर पब्लिक टैक्स पेयर्स चुकी है, तो उनसे ही जो भी खरीदा जाता है, उनसे भी जो भी काम करवाया जाता है, या फिर उनसे ही भेजने के, या फिर उनको ही भेजने के लिए क्या तकलीफ है, अगर वो डेंजरस कैसे मान सकते हैं हम लोग। Okay, so those all things comes into our mind, those all things usually comes in our we can say that in our memory, right? So well, it has been written here 2,700 crores in cash to the government the Tata bid had given, while 15,300 crores for India in the form of debit. ओके, तो उसके बाद एयर इंडियन एसेट होल्डिंग लिमिटेड, ठीक है, एयर इंडियन एसेट होल्डिंग लिमिटेड thereby passing on the liabilities to individual taxpayer citizen. Thus, what was technically sold was just aircraft route landing rights and some core asset of Indian Air India and not Air India pre-C. Okay, so they have sended, they have libeled, they have we can say that sold the routes of landing, not the whole gadget. Okay, some route landings, and they have also diverted some things. So diverted in the sense landing through special routes, that also we can treat it as. Okay, so then after the sale of the enterprise is different from the sale of asset, ठीक है। तो the sale of enterprise is totally different from sale of asset. So enterprise is just meant by what the technological innovation they have done, what kind of improvisation they have used. It's totally different from what they are usually selling, the gadgets in the sense, we can say, let me make you understand a hardware and software device. So whenever an hardware is being sold, it doesn't impact the software applications, right? So software application just not even been similar with the hardware gadget. The hardware gadget may be the microprocessors, micro stimulated memory cards, the gigabytes, we can say that motherboard, those are usually comes under what hardwares, while the software is a pre-installed, we can say that it usually comes under inbuilt technology. So the software can be transferred, but the hardware cannot be transferred from one device to another device unless and until their memory becomes same, their core field of operation becomes same. Okay, so those all comes in the difference between an asset and an enterprise. Okay, so उसके बाद इसमें ये भी दिया गया है कि the sales either been himself or through special purpose vehicle, SPV. Okay, the sale may be through special purpose vehicle, they have already mentioned here. So इसमें ये भी दिया गया है कि the value of the asset returning the enterprise value to negative. This is the norms of many corporate transactions. Yeah, whatever they have done, they are doing with certain concerns, right? They have doing with certain memorandum statistics. ओके, अगर एक 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 चीज से हमको फायदा नहीं आता है तो वो चीज हम नहीं करते हैं, राइट? सो बेसिकली दे आर नॉट fools, right? So whenever they are doing certain things, then definitely there might be something which usually uh, there in the background, ठीक है? Abstraction and encapsulation, you might be knowing the four pillars of data structure, ठीक है? उन सभी के बारे में डिस्कस करने से पहले मैं ये भी बता देना चाहता हूँ कि टेक्नोलॉजिकल गैजेट इज टोटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट एक्चुअली द सिटीजंस आर बीन वाचिंग, ठीक है? तो एयरक्राफ्ट एंड ए 50% स्टैक इन द एयरपोर्ट सर्विस डिवीजन, ओके, ये भी दिया गया है, वेयर द सोल्ड ऑफ टाटा एंड ए मेजर portion of liabilities retained by the union government through AIAHL, okay, so it is Air Indian Asset Holding Limited. उसके बाद asset sale, some difference, asset sale some difference is just like typical asset sale for the government. These approval are merely formalities. When the debit is assumed to be by the sovereign government, no banks or the direct or indirect control by the government can be conducted. Due negligence independently on the national in the nature of sale and reportedly failed on the whether the proceeding of sale are sufficient to satisfy the debit, and because of the government has given undertaking replying, okay, undertaking may be force a repayment or even write off, thus its citizen who will end up repaying the debit of Air India, ठीक है? तो एसेट्स जो कि यूजुअली सेल्स में आता है, ये यूजुअली क्लियरली मेंशन किया गया है या फिर क्लियरली इधर भी मेंशन हुआ है कि इंडिपेंडेंट सेल, उसके बाद इंडिपेंडेंट सेल एंड रूट सेल इज टोटली डिफरेंट, एंड sovereign government is just watching it very carefully, that what write-offs they are been using and how actually they are been controlling the things, right? So those comes under how the asset sales and the difference usually been observed. Okay, Indian monetization pipeline, a very important topic, very important topic. Indian national, or you can say that national monetization pipeline, NMP. So where the public asset will be monetized either by lease or by outright sale, usually it says about, right? So it becomes a very good point for discussion. And the privatization may laws making public sector enterprise may be prevent state from the incurring future loss, ठीक है? और पब्लिक सेक्टर भी जो भी प्राइवेटाइजेशन किया गया है उनको भी लॉस संभालना होगा फर्स्ट 2 to 3 आवर्स, बिकॉज जैसे कि हम जानते हैं जियो जो कि प्राइवेटाइजेशन है, प्राइवेट है, ये एज कम्पेयर टू BSNL, ठीक है? यू मे कंपेयर विद दिस टू, ठीक है? अगर BSNL भी एक प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बन सकता है या फिर बन चुका है, definitely there may be impact in Jio users too. Okay, so that's what the privatization laws usually says about. The privatization laws may say public sector enterprise may be prevented and the state will incur in the future losses, ठीक है? तो this is what about the analysis on the public asset sale and the concern of the fiduciary duty. ओके, तो आशा करता हूँ कि आपको यूजुअली समझ आ गया होगा. If I have done anything mistake in the in saying you something in something irregular or something not even been there, so I just apologize for that. So as far as I know, I have given you the data, unless and until you may have you may also read this in detail for more details. Okay, do not get confused regarding the concepts which are highlighted. Just make it into your mind and fix it into your mind that there is something special which has been written here, and liabilities economy sovereignty and the policy of national monetization pipeline comes and to be a very crucial point in your examination point of view. Okay, so thanks a lot. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel, like the channel, and share the channel as soon as possible for the latest update. Okay, thank you.